Welcome to Tulum, Mexico. In the Caribbean Ocean, there's a national park of Tulum. Used to be called Sama, it means sunrise. It makes sense because it's on top of a cliff. Tulum is the name given to the site by the explorer Stevens and Catherwood in 1841. Tulum means wall or fortification in Mayan. It has its own fortified wall. It's the only Mayan ruin that has its own beach. This is a castle, also known as a lighthouse, because it's the tallest building in Tulum. This used to serve to the Mayans as a navigational aid. Kukulkan is La Serpiente Emplumada.
Something like serpent with feathers.
This is very impressive because they used to offer sacrifices in here. Even though they do believe in sacrifices, these were not always human. There's lots of different kinds of palm trees. If you are not bringing a rental car, you can find tours for $80.
But I found one for 40.
They will take you from your hotel all the way to here, and sometimes they will include also some other activities. They do offer parking. It's like $5 for the whole day. Being in here was a really good experience. I would recommend it to anybody.
There is something magical about this place. No wonder why they chose it to be the temple for their god. You will find
Bushes, flowers, and other kinds of trees.
Tulum is open from 8 to 5, Monday through Sunday.
The access fee is 70 pesos, which is something like $4. It has bathrooms, but they are far away. If you are interested in knowing more about the story of Tulum, you could pay for a tour guide. They they will charge you something between 600 and 1,000 pesos. If you are coming with friends, it will be worth to pay for a tour guide because you can split the cost. This building is called Estela. I bet that Mayan people used to enjoy to look the stars from this point of view.
The Mayan were really smart, that much that they actually developed a way of communication through written language.
Their mathematical achievements, amazing accuracy, and advanced astronomy has earned to this culture an important place in the development of the Western Hemisphere. This was also an important port. They had a highly advanced art of trade.
That is why it became a really important city for business.
The view is stunning. You gotta come to see it by yourself. Please be aware that stairs are really high, so if you have a cane or a walker,
Be careful.
look at this beautiful green. There's a little bit of sargasso on the beach. Remember that I came after a hurricane, so it gotta be at least some.
Look at that beautiful blue ocean in front of your eyes. Remember that I told you that bathrooms are all the way to the entrance. So if you want to get wet in here, you will have to bring your bathing suit on. It's 9 in the morning and the sun is really heavy. Remember to bring your own sunscreen. While you are here, divide your tour. First, walk around the area, then go to the ocean, and later finish walking because it is too hot in here. I have heard so many people complaining of the heat that they don't even want to finish their trip. This is worth, so you gotta come refresh yourself and then continue. Do not forget to bring your own water. So as your hat, you will thank me later. Even though the water is not too deep, you gotta be careful. Watch out for the red flags and be careful with kids. You could also pay for a boat tour. They will take you inside the water and you could see the whole cliff from below. There are no places to buy things or restaurants to eat. You could bring your own snacks. The sand is really soft and the water is warm. If you have a little baby, he will for sure enjoy it, but I made my baby to wear a bathing suit with UV protection. You will have a beautiful experience. Come on over. Let's go upstairs.
As you see, there is always a flag. If it's red, do not get into the water.
Notice that everyone is wearing something else besides a swimsuit. It is really hot in here, believe me. You'll need something to cover your body from the sun. Being here will also give you some time for reflection. Do you see that girl on the right? I think she rocks. She made the whole trip by herself. She is wonderful. Here we are at the historical viewpoint. Take your time because you gotta enjoy the ocean.
The land and the view.
Now we are going around the cliff. This is a really pretty walk, believe me. It's kind of weird, but it makes sense. There's only three walls and the cliff. They were so smart that actually
They developed a way to grow lots of plants in here. After being at the beach, let's go back to our expedition. The city was able to survive 75 years after the first people from Spain came to this land.
can you imagine these buildings painted in red, blue, or yellow?
Or the fire in the two towers.
The story tells us that only the most important people used to live inside the walls. Astronomers, architects, and priests used to live here. Outside the temple, there is an stela or altar. It has a calendar. But now, as we know, the Temple of the Frescoes is really beautiful. You will be able to see some of that red paint that is still on the building. It has also unique carvings. It has paints and small doors. You will find a bunch of iguanas and you can take pictures with them, but do not touch them. They may not be dangerous, but it's not correct. From this area, you can appreciate in the back the palace.
The Temple of the Descending God is a building in the middle. This lightens every 6th of April because it's the birthday of the Descending God.
It is super impressive because it's cricket, but it's in purpose. You could walk for hours and keep learning, keep marveling yourself with all these things.
Because it is a big area to explore.
Only the nobles used to live in this building. Do you notice that most of the people that is walking around is coming in groups?
It's because they are paying for a tour guide, and I think it's a great idea if you don't know anything about Mexican history.
Now let's walk towards the descending God's temple. This is the building that I talked earlier. It's a cricket building. It has an upside down baby
That represents the descending God. If you don't want to pay for a tour guide, then I highly suggest you to read about this place. Otherwise, you would not enjoy it as much as if you do know what is everything about.
the water was so important for them, that much that they actually used the whole house to give thanks to God. Now let's keep moving.
Pay special attention to the doors. Do you notice they are small? It's because most of the story tell us that Mayan were too short.
This is one of the three exits that you could explore. Do you see the wall? It's like 2 or 3 meters tall.
This road will take you to the exit. As you're walking, you will find these little friends, but do not touch them. Remember, they can be dangerous.
Being here was amazing. Tulum is a really pretty city. I do recommend you to stop by if you can. Just follow this road and keep walking towards the exit. If you are planning on coming to Cancun, try to come over here.
This is a beautiful place. It's one of my favorites, and I bet it's going to be yours as well.
Check how long is the entrance. That's the width of the wall. Enjoy the magic jungle, so as the birds and the trees. Thanks for coming with me.
If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. In our next video, we are going to meet the beautiful place of Akumal as well as Punta Esmeralda. Thanks for watching.